Hi there friends, and welcome to episode 6 of my Naked Brutality run in the Ice Sheet. I'm Icon, and this is supposedly even the last episode for this series, because we are close to reaching a stable situation. The only few things which are now up ahead of us are basically the insects here on the map, and, well, staying safe and stable here. But overall, I really feel like I only need to dig out a few more scraps of steel, and then we just need to pick up the rice plants, and that's that. So somebody was asking me if the other wind turbine is actually connected, and I wanted to show this grid here. So wind turbines, they have this gap between each other, but as you see here, in reality there is no gap, and they connect each other's cables with like that, so we're safe. Okay, speaking about safe, to make myself even more safe, I really decided to go for geothermal power next, because, well, I made my plans without respecting the fact that in this biome here we have a constant low amount of sunlight. That's because of the place where this colony is living at. The last time I built an ice sheet colony, I had way more hours of daytime. So yeah, that came unexpected. Made my solar panel research completely irrelevant, so, well, shit happens, you know. So, let's see, I hope the insects don't go hunting me directly when I go out there and mine out some steel. But we really need to mine out some steel here. Looking good though. So, that's what we're gonna need here. So at least Rissa is no longer suffering from hypothermia out here. That's because the winter is over and spring is starting. Alright, so that's the necessary materials for my third hydroponics, and that's basically the point where you can sustain yourself quite easily with just your hydros and just staying indoors. There we go. If I remember correctly, Rissa should be now overproducing her food. So there's an eclipse and an aurora at the same time now. That's an odd occurrence. Okay. So yeah, we actually did it, if you ask me. This is a safe and stable approach towards the ice sheet. And Rissa should be now able to stay alive for quite some long time. I still want to make sure that she's not gonna die anytime too soon. So that means we have to do a few more things. Those war crimes have to stop. This woman needs a table. And yeah. Let's see. Let's drop down some furniture here. Steel table and some stool. Do I have blocks? I do have marble blocks. Can I create a stool out of 20 marble blocks? No, I can't. Too bad. Okay. So, what happened to the other mega spider? Extreme malnutrition, I see. So we're gonna pack that up. Because I feel like it would be such a waste to not gather up a dead animal like that, you know? So here we are. Civilization. A stool. So I'd say we're gonna mine out her cave a little bit more. Indoors temperatures of 10 degrees in here are really making me optimistic towards the future. Optimistic. So, the thing with Ice Sheet is, in general, the start is the hardest phase. Once you're past the beginning, it'll all become a lot easier, as you might notice here already. So here we are. At this point, Rissa can just basically live in her bunker here, and, well, raiders are right now one of the biggest issues we might be running into. Ooh, triple harvest botch. That's why I had more hydroponics than I think I would need to for her, because, well, I kind of like anticipated that this might be happening. So let's cook simple meals until I have 4. How about that? Alright, but Rissa is now obviously safe. She's not dying anymore. And there's yet another raid. Ape. Let's see. If we can't lure Ape into his demise. So first up, I need to check out if I can't lure that guy into the mega spiders. So let's check out this guy. Oh, he's already hypothermic. How good. So yeah, Rissa is just gonna kite that poor fella to death. Hey Ape. I am the real enemy. So Rissa is not hypothermic at all. And this guy is also an alcoholic, so... Ape sure doesn't have the best life. So I'm a little bit concerned about taking that fight towards the Mega Spider. Especially since I have no clue if the Mega Spider doesn't turn on Rissa here. Which would be a shame, since Rissa is just winning this by default, you know. Ape has no chance of surviving in that situation because it's just freezing to death. Whereas Rissa's clothing is just keeping her warm and safe and, well... What a nasty way to kill an enemy. So, we're gonna do this like that. Have Ape and the Mega Spider have a little meeting here. So, looks like Ape is not up for another Mega Spider convention here. Okay. So, how's your hypothermia here? Oh, he's not freezing anymore. Is it because it's in there warmer than that? There we go. Oh boy, looky here. That guy got it all. So, well, I want that duster. Or, no, I already got a parka. Never mind. Okay, there we go. But some medicine and some beer, I really, really enjoy that. Especially the medicine. It's only 1 stack of medicine, yes, but I have enough experience with these situations to know that sometimes 1 stack of medicine is all it takes to make the difference between life and death. So, stone cutting here. So we'll need 105 steel for that. So 3 attacks for 1 person. Gotta say, Nico is pretty strong though, but I don't like the deal there. Alright. So let's bring up the Stonecutter's table like that. And this is going to be the last time Rissa will be really, well, dependent on steel like this. Because now we're going to be able to do most of our work just with stone. And that's going to be it. There we go. Oh man. That component dilemma. The thing here is I really don't have too many components here. But at the same time I feel like I could really use at least 1 more battery. But then I feel like if I happen to have no more components to fix up one of my machines, which are really important for my survival, nah. Okay. And here we go. Let's cut some stones. It's this important because with stones we're able to lay down some nice flooring in this room, and this will make Rissa go way less crazy. Compacted plus steel meteorite. Holy moly, that's such a big one. So this is extremely lucky because usually you have way smaller meteorites than that. So this is really a pretty big chunk. Sure, you won't be able to sustain your late game out of that alone, but it is still pretty good. And yeah, that's Rissa's little supply here. And John is joining us. There you have it. A new colonist is in town. So beds can be made out of steel too. So I'll let John sleep in the hydroponics. No jokes here. So plants and mining. A masochistic abrasive wimp. What's that combo? But the good news behind that, this guy is good with plants and he's good with mining. So he's gonna be doing all the jobs other people don't, Rissa doesn't like to do, you know. Awesome. So Imperials are leaving the map. Oh, I wonder why. So we could, you know what? I'll just give this poor fella a marble bed. Usually you shouldn't do that. Usually you are better off with just creating a steel bed or something like that. But since leathers and pretty much everything here is just so hard to come by, John will just receive that. Alright, so let's see, where did that mega spider die? Can't imagine the mega spider just left the map. Or did it? I mean, sometimes monsters just migrate off the map. Sometimes they just do that. So I really need some components. That's right now my biggest problem with this map. The utter lack of components everywhere. Apart from that, we're really in a very good position there. There's even some snow bunnies out there. I mean, can you imagine? Snow bunnies? So these guests will just leave quite soon. I'm pretty sure they will. So what's John actually doing? He's clearing out rock rubble. So John's gear is horrible in terms of insulation. So we're gonna give him a real parka here. So okay. Wonder how to deal with that spellipede, because honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to deal with it. And at the same time, it would be worth a ton to deal with it. Well. Anyways, I think we need at least one more hydroponics, though. Just because, you know. So, Rissa, you're supposed to be a builder, so build. There we go. So there's some marble here. And John's insulation is now towards minus 41 degree. That's way better. That's way more like it. So I would love to build another wind turbine, but that would definitely destroy the last of my components. And well, so this one here I will actually grow cotton in, because I feel like I said, if I remember correctly, 1.4 hydroponics it was per person. Don't nail me down on that number though. But I have a vague memory about this number. And usually when I have a memory about a number this precisely, you know, that usually has a reason. But who knows? Maybe I'm just making up nonsense here. I am sure, though, that the cotton hydroponics will pay off. It's just one. It's just one of those hydroponics basins which is assigned towards cotton, but well, it will certainly do a lot for us here. Spacecraft chunks. Oh, we're saved. We are saved. That's the end of my component issues. So per spacecraft chunk you receive a really large amount of components. Well, in my situation it's a really large amount, you know. So yeah, with those spacecraft chunks I will be easily able to stack out on those batteries, you know. Alrighty, perfect. It's very relieving for me to see that we've got now extra batteries and an extra wind turbine is being made soon too. Alright, so yeah, from here on, I mean, basically the whole situation here is now the same situation we had always before. We are building ourselves up little by little. One of the biggest changes here is that from time to time, poor fellas like this teacher come by and you are... Yeah, he's a wimp. And you are like this, you know. It's not entirely nice from me, but... He died? I didn't expect to kill him like that. Jeez. Oh man. Thing here is that guy has clothing we need. And right now, the situation is just like that. We can use every single bit of clothing, food, whatnot, because whatever they are wearing right now, it will deteriorate sooner or later. So I'll rather be on the safe side now, you know. But yeah, living in the eternal ice is not really a walk in the park. Nobody would have thought that. But you know, an awful jacket is better than no jacket out here. But yeah, I mean, I already did a pretty extensive, or no, a successful run in the ice sheet before. So if you want to see how this all checks out, you can watch that other series of mine too. But yeah, that's from here on, we did it. Rissa started with nothing and now she got this little outpost. And from here on, well, expansion will be like this. We need to constantly expand on energy. And while we are expanding on energy, we can expand on food. And while we are expanding on food, we can expand on colonists. And then, you know, the game just does its thing, as it always will do. Because right now I'm already overproducing food, if I don't see that wrong. But that's good, you know. That's just what we were aiming for. Alright. Yeah, so that's one way how you can put up a successful run on the ice sheet. I say one way because there's always more than one way of doing things. And I don't like to say there that something is the only or the best way or something like that. I'm not that convinced about things like that. So there's wargs in there, out there. Oh man. Too bad that we can't hunt them. So animal migrations are these sometimes happening events in the eternal ice that just give you a few bits and bobs of food or furs. Yeah. With the extra cotton we are planting out now, we will ultimately create our own clothing, so we won't be forced wearing tainted clothing forever. Transport pod crash. Vivian. So, Vivian Cruikshanks. She's gonna die in 3 hours. John, are you some sort of med? Okay. Let's see if John is able to save her. I'm not too convinced here, but would be a shame not to at least try it, you know. Alright, there you go, Vivian. By the way, you crash landed in the eternal ice. You're in the polar zone and there's no boat coming in the next few years to save you. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. It's gonna be a long one. That would be realistically what would be happening here, if that would be a real story. So, Rissa, how are you? Oh man, I'm so happy that I was able to do it. It's honestly the first time that I managed to complete a Naked Brutality ice sheet run like that. The last time I tried that, I recorded that too. It blew up on me and I got killed before I reached that stable situation here. But I think it's also a lot about the situation here that the insects were actually one of the best things that could possibly happen to my run. As weird as it sounds, that's just what it is. Those insects were the actual lifesavers and stars of this series. So here we go. No, John. you're not allowed to go to sleep while there are still hydroponics that need resowing. Not ever gonna happen. Not under such a... not in this pressure situation we're in right now. So, marble. I got still a lot of marble blocks. Raiders. That's the real fun thing that... Wait a sec, this guy was called Ape. So, Eurostos. So, white is not exactly correctly equipped for that kind of situation, I see. And he's actually a... one of those silly preparers, you know. Bye-bye, Vivian. I don't know where you want to go to leave, but sure, go and leave. So... oh, white is beginning his assault. It's very interesting. White is going crazy on the Spellopede. So he's really not interested in anything except for that Spellopede right now. That's really good, because that means I will be destroying that Spellopede afterwards. There we go. So that white person, do we want to keep him? So, oh no, I won't be keeping anybody who's neglecting dumb labor. In that environment here, I think that's absolutely unforgivable. So, but this guy can be stripped. Stripping enemies like that is always a good idea, because you get untainted, free untainted clothing, because nobody died in them. Which is kind of cynical, if you ask me. Being like, oh, nobody died in these pants, while you took them off of somebody who was bleeding to death. So, yeah, but well, we all know that Rimworld is a cynical game. Alright, friends, so that's gonna be the end of this series, because, like I said, I already did an Ice Sheet playthrough, and this won't be any different than the last one. So, in the long run, we are going to make it, and in the short run, we already did it. So thank you so much for watching and your good ideas, tips, and tricks behind that. Because I gotta admit, I think I might have even failed without your good ideas there. So thank you so much for that. So drop me comments down below, especially if you have any ideas what I could do in terms of difficult challenges for Rimworld. I'm all down to gaming masochism. But before we go into new projects, I will continue now my 500% threat rating series. So see you guys on that one, and thanks for your time. Bye bye.